Air temperatures rapidly rose above 2000 degrees Celsius, writes study author Christopher Moore. According to Alan West and Jennifer Rice, clothing and wood immediately burst into flames. Swords, spears, mudbricks and pottery began to melt. Almost immediately, the entire city was on fire. The destruction of Tol El Hammam, a Bronze Age city site founded in the Jordan Valley, by an exploding comet or meteor may have inspired the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah, a new study suggests. Notoriously sinful cities, Sodom and Gomorrah's devastation by sulphur and fire is recorded in the book of Genesis 19. By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulphur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, destroying all those living in the cities, and also the vegetation in the land. Hello friends, I am Havron Peters, welcome back to my YouTube channel Christian Chronicler. I create informative videos related to Christianity, a history or research which are rarely discussed. If you find my videos interesting, then please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. Let's start our informative video on evidence that a cosmic impact destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. At the time of the disaster, around 1650 BC, Tol El Hammam, an archaeological site in Jordan, was the largest of three major cities in the valley. It likely acted as the region's political center, reports Ariella Marsden for the Jerusalem Post. Combined, the three metropolises boasted a population of around 50,000. Tol El Hammams and its surrounding areas, along the shores of Dead Sea, mudbrick buildings stood up to 5 stories tall. Over the years, archaeologists examining the structure's ruins have found evidence of a sudden high temperature, destructive event, for instance, pottery pieces that were melted on the outside but untouched inside. Which tells us that almost immediately, the entire city was on fire. The new paper, published in the journal Nature Scientific Reports, examined possible causes of the devastation based on the archaeological record. The researchers concluded that warfare, a fire, a volcanic eruption or an earthquake were unlikely culprits, as these events couldn't have produced heat intense enough to cause the melting recorded at the scene. That left a space rock as the most likely cause. Because experts failed to find a crater at the site, they attributed the damage to an airburst created when a meteor or comet traveled through the atmosphere at high speed. It would have exploded about 2.5 miles above the city in a blast 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb used at Hiroshima. Air temperatures rapidly rose above 2000 degrees, Moore explains. Clothing and wood immediately burst into flames. Swords, spears, mudbricks and pottery began to melt. Almost immediately, the entire city was on fire. They found pottery shards with outer surfaces melted into glass, bubbled, mudbrick and partially melted building material, all indications of an anomalously high temperature event, much hotter than anything the technology of the time could produce. Seconds after the blast, a shockwave ripped through the city at a speed of roughly 740 miles per hour, faster than the worst tornado ever recorded. The city's buildings were reduced to foundations and rubble. None of the people or any animals within the city survived. Their bodies were torn apart and their bones blasted into small fragments. Corroborating the idea that an airburst caused the destruction, the researchers found melted metals and unusual mineral fragments among the city's ruins. A massive fire and shockwave caused by the exploding space rock leveled the city, according to the new study. One of the main discoveries is shocked quartz, says James P. Kennett, an emeritus earth scientist at the University of California, Santa Barbara, in a statement. These are sand grains containing cracks that form only under very high pressure. The archaeologists also discovered high concentrations of salt in the destruction layer of the site, possibly from the blast's impact on the Dead Sea at its shores. The explosion could have distributed the salt across a wide area, possibly creating high salinity soil that prevented crops from growing. This may be the time when Lot's wife was turned into a salt pillar, and resulted in the abandonment of cities along the lower Jordan Valley for centuries. The first Dead Sea was named Lake Gomorrah. Lake Gomorrah was a freshwater that extended at least 80 kilometers south of the current southern end of the Dead Sea and 100 kilometers north, well above the present Hula Depression. As the climate turned more arid because of the sulphur and brimstone, Lake Gomorrah shrank and became saltier and became Dead Sea. The sulphur and brimstone excavated from the sites are so pure in nature which cannot be found in warfare, a fire, a volcanic eruption or an earthquake. The only possibility left was a big sulphur meteoroid entered the Earth's atmosphere and destruction occurred. Moore writes that people may have passed down accounts of the spectacular disaster as oral history over generations, providing the basis for the biblical story of Sodom and Gomorrah, which, like Tol el-Hammam, was supposedly located near the Dead Sea. In the book of Genesis, God rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven, and the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. According to the Gospel of Luke, on the day that Lot left Sodom, it rained fire and sulphur from heaven and destroyed all of them. This cosmic event, not only wiping out 100% of the cities and towns, but also stripping agricultural soils from once fertile fields. According to Genesis 13:10, Lot looked around and saw that the whole plain of the Jordan towards Zoar was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. So Lot chose for himself the whole plain of the Jordan and set out toward the east. The land which was once blessed with fresh water lake and fertile was cursed because of excessive sins of the people. This is a warning to the present day people. Remember, only Jesus is the answer. That's all my friends, hope you liked my video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. Meet you in some other informative videos related to Christianity. Goodbye for now. God bless.